We're coming out here from the EMBASST RV factory in Elkhart, Indiana, RV capital of the world, but we're at the EMBASST headquarters. This is Terry Minix, you probably know him.
Hello everybody. We're actually out in one of our chassis lots of 3 chassis lots to show you something most folks won't show you, how a RV starts.
And that's with this cutaway frame on a Ford Transit. And while Elkhart's known for building RVs, a lot of RVs, EMBASST really approaches this very differently, and we want to share that with you today. This is their brand new model. It's the Cape Cod. It's a B+, built on the Ford Transit chassis. And if you've been looking at something, maybe the van didn't work out because it's a little too small, maybe need a little more storage, maybe a little more luxury, maybe need a little more space for the dog or the spouse, wait till you see this rig. It's amazing. Terry's going to show us this first, and we're going to jump inside. Terry, what are we looking at here? This looks like, I don't know, what is this?
So this is the structure that Ford gives us to extend and support a body. So it's a unibody construction. They make these wonderful fabricated surfaces that we get a boulder body down to, everybody gets a boulder body down to, and it's what you have to start with to create an RV on this chassis. So you've got your fuel tanks. You can see the extended range fuel tank is very long. They give us pickup points to hook up to the SPAR heaters and things. Generators, we don't use generators, of course, but it's a way to pick fuel out of the tank. So there's some nice features to this. It's a great chassis. This is a 170-inch wheel, 178-inch wheelbase. The vans are 148, so this has a much longer wheelbase to carry that body that we put on. We take this a little bit further. You know, it's what EMBASST does. We saw a few flaws in this in structure. So if you look at this over here, this is the extension we have to build, and you can see how we bolted it into the front, which is beyond anything we've seen anyone do. Then we created this hat channel that we put on top of that then bolts to our amazing lightweight body to carry the structure even better. So now this is the B+, the Cape Cod.
This is many years of effort that just came to. You
it's
debuted this in June, right, of this year, 2024?
Yeah. I mean, you were part of the design of that with customers, where we had the meetings with customers, and they held up your dollar signs and your stars to say, what does this mean? And that's how we did this, to get customers' input on what is important to me.
Before it was getting, as it was getting designed, not kind of getting feedback after. Yeah, it was.
Go small, live large was the start of that program.
God love you. Thanks for the shout out, Terry. So great. This thing's a beautiful thing. It's you know, it will remind many folks of the Ekko a little bit, and some of the builders now are going down this path that the van wasn't big enough. They're going this B+ model, but any similarities stops when we step inside.
The structure, the body, we have a 2.5-inch composite floor with structural I-beams in it that are fiberglass protrusion. We have a 6-inch composite roof. We have 1.5-inch composite walls. We have insulated glass windows that are awning style with screens all the way around. You know, it really does stop there. We still have around 1,500 pounds of carrying capacity when we're done with this, which is insane on this 11,000 GVWR vehicle with this body on it. This thing drives like a dream. Even though it's a bigger vehicle, it's amazing how well it drives. Yeah. And we're going to do that for Go Small and Live Large. We're going to give Scott a chance to take this out on the road and actually get the experience itself, so he can see firsthand how amazing this vehicle is.
This might be in my future. Let's go inside, because to me that's where all the juice is. Because it's again, any similarities to what's on the market in this B+ category is going to stop.
I will say on the body, one of the unique features too, you'll see a flat roof on the inside. It's a radius roof on the outside.
Radius means it's got a little bend to it.
We actually built 2 roofs and built them together and built a structural roof system. So we have a bow on the roof to shed water. We don't have a flat roof that holds puddles of water up there. It sheds right off.
That's cool. Well, let's
step inside.
Follow you in. I'm so excited. We've been waiting to show this for a long time. Wow, look at this. Let's just do a quick pan for the folks. It's so EMBASST, but so un-EMBASST. Meaning that there's textures, there's curves, there's color, there's sculpture. Oh my God. It's really so well thought out. And it's just expansive in here.
There's no slide out room. We don't have a slide out room. But we have space. We have the ability to drop a leaf on the counter very simply, and I can step into this and you can walk right around me and two people can go past. There's just a lot of room.
No kidding. So show us what we're looking at. It defies gravity. So I get the privilege of being in a lot of different rigs for a lot of different reasons, and I kind of apply my 5 years of my van lifestyle travel into these things. And it's so amazing, Terry, that you've done such a great job on it's the small things that make a big difference always. The amount of room in this, it is significantly larger in feel than an Ekko. We don't like comparing apples and oranges, but I mean, it's a very different, even this, it's rounded. So just kind of walk us through. Good job, sir. This is this is a home run, ball out of the park. So kind of walk us around what we're doing, and we're really excited. I think we're going to do it next month, putting this for a few days. But let me flip this around and have Terry give us where my eye lands. I want to know about it. Yeah, Terry, this thing is it's so beautiful. Now you guys worked on this for a couple of years, right?
We've actually built it and torn it apart and built it and torn it apart. And we had square walls in places and it just didn't look right. We rounded walls. We created structures for the rounded walls. We created aluminum structures for the overhead cabinets. We have the best hinges you can buy to lift this kind of a door. This is a yacht composite that we build our doors out of, so it's a very lightweight material. It is not the marine plastic we use in the vans, and it helps us hold this big of a vehicle weights to where we just have an incredible carrying capacity.
And again,
quite large. That's all aluminum.
And it's just so well. I mean, a little bit of carpeting, and it's so different. And one of your claims to fame is no wood, right? There's no wood in this vehicle, but it has a very different feel than the vans because you're not using the marine plastic. This is, what'd you call it?
This is actually a yacht composite that we have a special finish put on it,
and so it has a
very durable,
completely different feel. I love the valance thing here.
Yeah.
Usually I'm not a big fan of this, but it's kind of velvet. It softens, but it's got a little
we wanted
detail
to bring
to it.
Some fabrics into the vehicle and not do just the vinyl. So we've done a lot of things that make sense in this.
And again, square corners, super obvious, super easy,
That's all aluminum. We had to give CAD drawings to our fabricators, and it's all molded and bent for us, and then we wrap it with the nice vinyls. This vinyl is a little more white. It's called Hail. It just adds a lot of color. Actually, accents better with that light material.
And just again, places to grab things. Now this is a production vehicle, but kind of a prototype. So, I think you've made some. You're going to cut this up a little bit and put some springy things in here. The netting. So they're working on that. But now tell us about your control panels here. This is pretty cool.
This is it's a surround camera with DVR system. So it's a really nice. We did a 360 camera system, and it actually records
so you
to
can
the outside.
see what's going on around you.
So
that's cool. This is your control panel.
This is the big control panel. Let me acknowledge it. So this is just like our van's, just much bigger, and then we have a smaller control in the back. This one is for the 3-zone hydronic system. So your living room's a zone, your bedroom's a zone, and our freshwater tank is its own zone to be a 4-season true vehicle like we do all the time. This one controls the air conditioner. These are controls for turning the big, massive lithium batteries on and off, so you can do it right here.
And that's standard, right? No generators?
Yes, that's all standard.
And again,
this is all standard.
All standard. Tell us about this. It looks like tile, it feels like tile, but it's
This is actually 3D printed material on ABS. So we wanted something really different. When you feel it, it feels just like real tile. It's got character to it.
And but it's not a sticker. A lot of these you see, they're stickers.
Yeah, no, it's not a graphic. It is 3D
material.
Printed. It's an amazing process. And we fell in love with the process, and we created this design with it.
It's so awesome.
Pop-up electrical in the countertop. You simply go like this, and it hides away. So it's got USB, USB-C, awning-style windows with screens that are all insulated glass. When we're sitting in the sun out here, you do not feel heat coming through these windows. We do not need insulated window covers for these.
Hidden in plain sight. What's behind the sliding door here?
A hideaway space for the TV.
No way.
You simply pull these levers. Let me reach over and do that. Put that there. And your TV slides right out of the cabinet.
That is cool.
And it'll pivot. We create a custom bracket for it, so when it comes all the way out, it'll pivot and look at the living room. And
so you can be
it
here.
just hides back away. when you're done with it, and it latches in place, and this slides over, and now the TV's stuck into
so
a cubby.
great.
Now, what I decided to do is follow suit with our backsplash and create shapes that work with our backsplash. So we custom made this air conditioner return and this composite material to have similar shapes to the backsplash, where everything kind of pulls together. And it's just a great
It's so
look
cool.
and feel. And we're still 6'6¼ to the bottom of this.
Really. And again, it's the small things that make such a big difference in a small space. Now, the obvious thing to do is not put this in at all. It takes extra engineering, extra workmanship to put this thing in. But by breaking up the space a little bit, it gives a completely different feel to the interior of the vehicle. And it's functional, not your
Yes.
standard air intake. It's ducted AC,
We'll
right?
show that here in a second.
And just the lights and the fan isn't really, if you can see the fan, it's kind of
We
hidden in
blended it
plain
away
sight.
as well.
Yeah, it's so well done, ladies and gentlemen. Until you get into this thing, you're going to be like, it's so well done. I mean, I think you got a tiger by the tail here. This is
We know we do. We kind of smile at ourselves sometimes, because as we get something done, it's like, oh wow,
Yeah.
this is really cool.
it's super impressive, and we haven't even seen the bathroom yet.
Yeah.
You ready?
Well, let's talk about the air conditioner.
Okay.
Air conditioner that has a heat pump built into it, but this is the ducted version. We use them on the vans now when somebody wants as well. So these are the air conditioner outputs, and it also outputs heat. It's 12,500, I believe, heat and 13,500 cool. But because we built a 6-inch composite roof, we built ductwork into our roof structure to run throughout the vehicle and give us even air conditioning. Now, when we first created this, our back vents in the bedroom weren't the output that our front were. We tore the roof off and built a bigger ductwork and modified the ductwork, modified plenums, and now we have 95% efficient on the back vent as we do on the front vent, and it's incredible how quick this cools the vehicle down
So
and how
the
comfortable it is.
Air is diffused
It's
without,
super even, including in
throughout.
the bathroom.
Yeah, let's
So
see
if
that.
you look- So we have air conditioning and heat in the bathroom through this system.
Look
which
at the
is
size
just
of this
so-
bathroom.
We have a ventilation system in the wall of the bathroom. We didn't bust it through the roof. We love doing this kind of stuff and leaving the roof where we have a lot of room to expand and grow into other things that we may want to do up on the roof. So we have a wonderful sink. It's at a beautiful height. We do have a bigger mirror now. This one will get changed shortly. We do have a shut off on this, and this will go up and down.
Oh yeah.
So this is really easy to do. The shower's set up nice. There's a little storage down below the drape.
Well, I see toilet tissue, but where in the heck is the toilet?
The toilet. Well, we have a cabinet here that's quite incredible. We'll have some adjustable shelving. We have electrical USB in here. So we have a linen closet in the bathroom. That's not seen too often. And then the toilet is a simple magnetic system that it comes over magnets here. And the toilet slides out of the cabinet like the TV does.
What?
We made custom slides and custom fabrication, and we do the separate tiny or the Lavio dry flush, and it simply slides out, and you have a toilet tucked away when you're not using it, out of the way, and now you have a monster shower.
And no black tank in an Embassy RV, so dry flush Lavio or the compost. And again, it's just really amazing space management. So you got a linen closet here, you got a linen or
That's
closet
a
here,
wardrobe, yeah.
and because you lifted all this up, you have room for the toilet, which is
Custom drains we created so the water can drop into here and run over to the drain, and you get more even water going away from the shower drain.
it's so incredible. Then this is the privacy door,
Yes,
Which
it
is real
magnets to
nice.
the other side just like we do in the van.
and I like that it's blackout, not opaque, because sometimes with the light on, you kind of see everybody
Yeah.
doing their stuff, and so this is, it's huge. Terry, do you know the size of this bathroom by any
It's
chance?
45 by 30.
45 by 30. I mean, you're a kind of an average sized guy, right? And you have tons of room. I mean, it's insane.
Most RVs of this size have to do a bubble skylight for you to stand in the shower.
Yeah.
You don't
This
see
is-
that. You see an amazing, I believe I have about 6'8" of headroom in here because I'll say 5'9" now. I used to squeak 5'10", but we'll say 5'9". There's a ton of
Yeah,
room
it's
above me.
like 12, 16 inches. It's insane.
You know, I
And
squeak
you
down to
have,
get in
what
here.
does this doodad here?
This is actually a waterproof control system for lighting in the bathroom. So there's your ceiling light. So you can control
Mood
that right
lighting.
here in the bathroom. It doesn't matter if it gets wet.
Oh, that's so great.
We actually have 4 drawers now in the production models. There was 3 in this one. We added another drawer. Nice storage. Lighting for storage.
Illuminated. And soft close
Lighting
again,
up
right?
above. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all soft close. It's all the composite material.
Illuminated. So beautiful.
There's a net for this, and I think we're going to be working on a taller door for here too. A lot of storage in the kitchen. Lights come on as soon as you open the doors.
Yeah, and there's your, I just love seeing your plumbing.
And it
It's
has
just-
a water sanitation system. We have 36 gallons fresh and 37 gallons gray.
Wow.
And a 3-zone hydronic to keep them comfortable.
I just love this.
This is wonderful. It flips up really easy and extends the
And
kitchen.
And again, it's just, you know, it's so well thought out. The obvious thing to do is make this square, put some more drawers in here. When you have so many drawers already, you don't need it. So let's give the folks space to move in the rig, right?
And then we did the storage this way.
This way.
So even when the bed is all the way out, you can get into that storage.
And you have water.
That's your water fill
water
inside
fill
again.
inside.
We didn't put it outside.
That's so great.
Just right inside the door. It's really
So
easy to do.
this is nice. You run the hose of it,
Yeah,
when
it's
the water,
really
or
easy.
you get bottled water if you're kind of in a place.
Mhm.
It's so great.
So this sofa is unique. You know, we build the Dolphin SL on the van, and it's the telescoping bed I created on a Saturday morning, and my engineers created a pull tested version of it with seat belts and all aluminum. And so this actually, you pull that handle, this rolls all the way over to this wall and makes a 56 by 72 inch bed
Wow.
for the passengers that you can seat belt here.
Wow.
And it just takes seconds to do.
And it's
So
cool.
it's a very comfortable sofa.
And when you're sitting here, I have seen this layout, and I like it because you're not facing the inside, which is cool. You can actually, and with the windows here, and you're sitting here at the Moab or something like that, and you have this beautiful area, not the side of a transit chassis, but you can enjoy the beauty of the nature. And even with the door closed, there is no claustrophobic feeling at all.
No, not at all.
It blends in very nicely. Let's show the folks a little bit about the galley and then talk about the bedroom.
So we have a very large refrigerator, freezer. This is you know about as big as you can get into a vehicle like this. This is 8.1 cubic foot.
It's ginormous.
And a good quality. I mean, it's just everything about it. No rattling of the shelves, and just a really good refrigerator, freezer. We actually have a convection microwave, which we don't do in the van because we just don't, with the curvatures, it's really tough to do. But we have it in here.
Which is nice. You can
So
bake
it's a little bit high for some folks. So but when I pull this handle, this slides out,
Yep.
and you actually get to stand on this. That's thought out.
It's really smart. And then the cabinet behind you, Terry, or the cupboard?
This is a wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
So it's a big cabinet. Again,
yeah.
we can offer our adjustable shelving like we do in the wardrobe in the van. Somebody wants to do that, but it's a nice space.
And again, just utilizing this.
There's, I believe there's a switch. Yep.
Oh yeah. And again, utilizing this space to put a toilet under it is just genius. I'm not sure I've seen that.
Nobody wants to bend down and crawl around to do things. So by
Yeah.
having this up a little bit, made it perfect sense for the toilet to tuck away.
Yeah. It's stunning. It's all right. This is pretty amazing. This feels like a bedroom.
It's quite large. It's 6'6" by 7 foot wide.
And you carry this back
Uplighting, backlighting,
uplighting, backlighting.
soft balances, nice privacy, a TV back here, electrical up in the cabinets. These are huge storage cabinets.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy smokes. And there's more storage outside. We'll show you that in a minute, right? Yeah. It's just, so give us a demo. So again, you're 6 foot, 5'8", kind of a normal sized guy. So
I mean, there's plenty of room. I'm not even close.
yeah, it's so beautiful
And very comfortable.
and very comfortable.
We designed the cushions. We designed the bedding. This is all standard. So it has its own custom sheets, its own
No way.
bedding,
Wow, that's
and
very.
pillows and all that are part of the package.
Now, so we have a lagoon table back here, so you can use this as a nightstand, or you're watching movie night.
It lowers,
or...
it can come down, it can go in the middle. You can use this. We're adapting the third cushion for the telescope bed where it can go here. We actually have electrical here too that pops up with USB, USB-C.
Now, folks might be asking about a table up front. Let me just show that real
You
quick.
can use this up front as well, or you can have two tables. The second table is an option.
So here's a lagoon mount here.
there's a
So
lagoon
you can have
mount there
one here, and then you can have one back here. So super nice.
And it's height adjustable. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. You know, you can go like this, and it's just out of the way, and it's between the beds, and you can still put things below. It's just really set up nice.
Yeah, and then you have additional storage down here too.
This is additional storage, yep.
This is the second
Look at this.
vault for family jewels.
So I'll step inside of it.
Oh yeah, holy smokes. Look at that. With the gas piston hingey thing.
Yeah, it holds it up for
which is that's a lot of space. You can
It
get a
is,
couple
it
folding
really
chairs at least in there, but there's great storage outside. It's just so well done. I mean, I'm stunned. I'm just stunned. And the feedback's been very positive. Look at that smile.
Yeah. I
And
had
you're
a
taking
customer
orders?
setting in hers that's in production. It's at the paint shop right now the other day. And she says it feels like I'm sitting in, I've sat in all of them. I went everywhere and tested everyone.
Yeah.
And she said it feels like I'm sitting in a Bentley. This thing is so tight and so solid in the fit and finish and everything. You don't see gaps, you don't see screws. You know, we really paid attention to the details.
Yeah, and even though the factory is just over here, you can't hear a thing outside with that door closed. It's
so
almost-
quiet in here.
Almost, yeah, it's
So this
too
flips
quiet.
back down. And we actually have large storage over here. Let me get hold of it.
No way, illuminated.
So this lifts up, and
So I'm seeing more water lines. So Terry, and the tanks are inside. So this is a 4-season vehicle. Is that a
Oh,
fair?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
And this side must be the big battery bank or something.
This is the electronics.
Holy smokes!
Very serviceable, very easy to get into.
That's
This is a 3500 with 7,000 watt peak inverter to help run the microwave. That is an induction or a convection microwave. So we went a little bigger on the inverter. It's about as big as you can go, 12 volt. And we still have the 920 amp hour lithium system.
It's just stunning. I'm speechless.
So one of the things, Scott, we're seeing as well as we work with NADA, which we've done for decades.
NADA is what?
NADA is the black book that dealers do finance by.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So
National Association. of
when we look and customers we rarely have an EMBASST for sale. Once in a while one comes up for sale. They usually sell for exactly what we sold it for or more. And the NADA, Don and I looked at that just yesterday morning, is quite high on our resale value, in most cases higher than what we sold them for new and what our retail prices. And that's unheard of in this industry. And we're seeing it in the NADA Black Book when we had a customer finance through a Latha RV, which does finance for even new vehicles and used vehicles. When somebody sells it, they go through them. And one of them, he sent me the invoice back of the sale, and it sold for $7,000 more than we sold it to the customer about 8 months earlier, new.
Yeah, that doesn't
And he
happen
financed that much. He was able to do that.
because the value is holding and
It just
plus.
shows the value. We sell direct. We don't escalate the value when we sell from the start. And we're seeing that in return through the NADA, and the resale value of our RVs is quite incredible.
So if somebody is looking for one and one's available, would they go to your website or just reach out to Embassy to see what?
It would be the embassy owners and wannabes usually is where they show up if they're
okay.
for sale,
And that's a Facebook group, so we'll put
That's
the
a Facebook
information
group,
down
yeah.
below right here.
that the owners started.
That the owners start. Yeah, it's a great group. So we show the folks outside.
Yeah.
And then as we're kind of doing that, so tell the folks, what is the purchase process? So again, you guys are factory direct, no middleman markup, which is pretty great. So what's the buying process for an Embassy RV? Do they reach out through your website, tell them Scott sent you? How's that work?
In multiple ways, yeah, absolutely. We get so many calls from folks that, Scott, they see your videos. I mean, it's a great way to get the word out on what we do and how we do. So they'll reach out to us. Usually somebody will come by and do a factory tour. I encourage that. And I also encourage go everywhere else first. Come to us last, because you're going to see some unique things that you're not going to see everywhere else. And it works really well.
Like no wood.
And then we have chassis available. We order a lot of chassis, and they're on our multiple lots. And if you're ready and we're not pushy, you know, it's your time, we do a $5,000 deposit now, and that puts you in line.
And you got to come see this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not kidding. This thing it is a Bentley of this B plus space. And the other thing it doesn't feel like, because if you've been to the leisure vans, they make a great product, but this doesn't feel like an RV. It's really hard to describe, but you know, we step into a leisure van, they make beautiful vans in Canada, B pluses, but it kind of feels like an RV. This feels, I want to say luxurious, but practical. It's so well done. Again, just these little touches is what makes it, to me, feel like it's an RV. All right, let's show them outside.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it. So what we're doing is we're actually using Ford's paints. So this is a charcoal color, I think platinum, if I remember right. This is ingot silver, just like on the vans. So we're using Ford's paints for our paint scheme, so it's actually touch-upable by a Ford body shop if they have for the bigger vehicles and stuff. So it's a standard color that's easy to duplicate and easy to work with.
Makes sense. So outside storage here, what's going on
I
here?
have to unlock this. There we go.
What are we looking at here? This is pass-through storage.
Yeah, I'll go open the other side. We actually have our shower in here with hot and cold water, and that comes out about 6 feet. We have a heated duct in here, so this is a heated space. You can put things in here.
You got
It'll hold
electricity,
bicycles, all kinds of stuff.
lighted. Wow. That's insane.
So we built custom doors. It's all vacuum molded fiberglass, so it's very light but strong. So they're not doors we just bought off of a shelf. All this is custom built and done very well.
What's this little doodad?
This is a magnetic switch that turns the lights on in this cabinet, and they're down here. So we use those a lot. So there's actually a rope light up here that lights up the whole cabinet when you open the door.
Again, just a little attention to detail makes
Yeah.
such a difference versus kind of fuss around in the dark when it's outside. Trying to, where's that darn light? Right? It just opens and illuminates.
We actually have an aluminum trolley that we used in Salvation Army disaster vehicles, where we have optional where we can mount that one on either side or one on one side, and you can actually have things that slide out, like your grill, your cooler, and actually make this a kitchen with the water and stuff we have. So, you know, that's one of the options for back here. That's going to be put in this side shortly before I go to the Lake Tahoe event.
And you go to my website and get that information. They're going to the
Adventure Van Expo.
Adventure Van Expo. And this is just more storage.
It's all aluminum, very lightweight, but very, very big storage.
Not a cheap lock. This is the real deal.
These are good latches.
These are great latches.
Yeah.
So pass-through storage, so important. And you get a tray that slides out
Yeah.
if you want. And the body is very attractive. It's not gaudy.
We didn't want to gaudy it up with all the striping that's done.
Yeah.
So we worked really hard, and again, we did multiple renditions of this, and we wanted something that was elegant but not over the top and gaudy.
And this is, again, it's one of these little small things. Some of these other ones, the body hangs out so far over the wheels. To my eye, it just looks a little out of balance visually, and this is just right.
And that's how we picked the width of this vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, the width is in order of the chassis, so we don't look like it is out of place.
So what is the physical dimensions on the
I believe
outside?
we're 7'6" on the body structure itself, and an extra 1.25 inches or so each side with the transitions.
Wow.
We made custom transitions. All this we had to create. You'll look at the nose cone, it's quite attractive.
Yeah.
Very aerodynamic.
And it kind of carries this transit look up. It's really nice.
Everything fits like a glove. Everything's just incredibly well done. You'll see a scuffer. That's ventilation for some piping.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to throw a scuffer on it.
Just because. It's really amazing. Even the back's attractive. A lot of them don't put windows in the back.
Yeah.
And it was really beautiful from the inside.
Well, it makes that bedroom a panoramic view.
Yeah.
I mean, you showed me pictures today of some really cool places you've been that's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
My gosh, who wouldn't want to see in every direction?
I'm telling you. And this is really nice.
Yeah, we
really well
created
done.
this to be a raised letter. It's really well done. It's not just a sticker put on the vehicle.
Terry, just thanks again for showing us this amazing vehicle. You know, good things take time, and it's so obvious you guys did this well, and I'm just so pleased with you. He's going to be at the Adventure Van Expo in Lake Tahoe, California next month in September.
It's Saturday and Sunday. I believe it's the 14th and 15th, if I remember right. But you can look up the website, your website. You'll have it on there.
Yeah, go small, live large. We'll go to the events tab. We may do a YouTube live from there.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, because I will not be in California. That's the other side of the country. But just, again, thanks for sharing this today. If people want to learn more about this, embasssyrv.com.
Absolutely.
If they want to talk about pricing, options for different things, color schemes.
Yep, just reach out to us. We're working on all that all the time, so we'll help you with the color palettes and things that we have for the models. And absolutely. I do want to say too, while I'm at it, we have such an amazing team here. You know, from purchasing to engineering to sales to accounting to production to service. You know, it is a family. I've worked all my life to create a family atmosphere where our employees love to come to work.
We got some campouts planned later in this year. So again, just go to my website, join us on What's Up Wednesday. You guys are going to be on that. We got a lot coming up. So my sabbatical was good for me, and I'm glad you guys kept working because this worked out really well. But
well, we're glad you had some time, Scott.
Yeah,
and
Terry,
it's so good to see you again.
Thank you.
And have you back.
Thank you. It's so great. So we like to say, journey on, peace be with you. Thank you, Terry.
Yep, we'll see you.